So I think it's been a few weeks since I posted videos, and while I did take a week off, I learned so much and had a complete transformation personally and also professionally. And I'm going to share with you how spending 6 days with Myron Golden completely shifted my mindset on my business and how that's going to impact you here in this community here on YouTube. So welcome to the channel. If you're new, if you're not new, welcome back, family. We're growing. We're over 50,000. Hey, welcome. On my channel, Ashley in Africa, I talk about my experience of living and doing business here on the continent of Africa. I'm also the founder of Afrika Investors Academy, which is a community of entrepreneurs and investors all over the world, as well as aspiring entrepreneurs that are learning how to build location-independent businesses, remote businesses that they can build anywhere in the world, with the intention of moving themselves to Africa, right? So they're getting tools, they're getting insights, they're getting coaching so that they can move themselves and their families and their business to the continent within 12 months. If they listen to me, if they do what I say, if they trust themselves enough to trust that they know what's best for themselves and their family. So that's what we do in the Afrika Investors Academy. And here on this channel, I just share my experience with you. So if that type of content sounds interesting, like this video, share it with someone who finds value, and subscribe to the community as we are continuing to grow. And, I executed this beautiful, historic virtual summit, gathering over 100 people from all over the world. People were in Kenya, Ghana, Mauritius, South Africa, Tanzania, Canada, the US, the UK, learning about how they could turn their Africa vision into action, whether they were interested in real estate, agriculture, tourism, services business, professional, personal development, retreats, freelance work. It was a powerful summit, and it was a tough one. Like executing a summit for over 3 days across 6 different time zones. And then the day after, leading a tour for 7 days from Johannesburg to KZN, to the village of KZN, to the, city of Durban. It was a lot, and I needed a break. And part of that break included resting for my spiritual girlies and daddies. We had an eclipse, we had a new moon. That's a time requiring rest, rejuvenation. I took some time off, and I was so glad that I had that time because I was able to spend it with the girls. I was able to spend it with the people that I love. And I was also able to invest in myself and in my business. And so I took a challenge called the Make More Offers Challenge with Myron Golden. If you are not familiar with Myron Golden, I was put on to him by some friends turned family that have really been seeing my growth in business and just thought that he would be a great resource. And I shared this resource with our community in the Afrika Investors Academy. But for me, I really want to help more people. And after doing this business now, I think not even 2 years, it will be 2 years this year, I've been able to help over, personally, 300 to 400 people, individuals and families, travel, start their business, get their first client, launch their YouTube, all in Africa. And then thousands more, right, who never really engaged with me through purchasing a product, but are seeing me here on this content, on this channel. I want to help more people that are intentional about doing this work and that need support along the way. And so with Myron's help, I was able to learn some serious things, but also be affirmed that I was on the right track in my business. And so one of the main things that I learned, not in really any particular order, were principles. And so Myron teaches from a biblical perspective, principles from the Bible, where he says it's essentially the game book, the blueprint to business, and how to get it done. And so the principles that he taught were principles from the Bible. And what it means to be successful in business is not to strive to be successful in business. It's to strive to become a person who is trustworthy, who is authentic, who is deliberate, not necessarily hardworking, because hardworking doesn't equal more money. Intention to help and to serve others means you're doing the work of the creator, and thus the money will come. And it was great just to know that I was walking in that. And while I've made mistakes along the way, those mistakes have just pushed me, continue to push me in the right direction. So leaning on principles as an individual, but especially as a entrepreneur, are so important, because until you become the person that is worthy of transferring value or supporting a person's transformation, you're always going to kind of stay stuck. And it's been amazing to see personally my own growth in relying on those principles, and supporting others in the academy with those same principles as well. I also got a lot of affirmation in the confidence that it takes. YouTube is something that you could not have told me I would ever do YouTube 5 years ago. It took my best friend literally to convince me for about a year, and literally for me to be in the worst position of my life to decide to do YouTube. Not for money, but really because I desired to be in Africa. And when I started this channel, I was not in Africa, but had lived in Africa for a year and knew that that's where I wanted to be. And people around me were trying to force me to not achieve that goal. And so Ashley in Africa was born out of needing my life, needing to have my life back, the life that I knew I was worthy of, the life that I knew my children were worthy of, and the life that I knew was best in alignment for me and my family, and future generations, right, that see the promise in the continent. And so doing something that you believe in, despite what everyone else says, thinks, believes, talks about, and doing it gives you the ultimate confidence, that continues to be the reason why I show up on your screen, when I show up, because the confidence that I have in myself from doing the hard things every day, even getting ready to do these videos,